Listen, it's another day and another dollar, but it's another Monday to praise God. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I want to start off by saying this right. First, I want to say thank you, God, for everything that you have done for me and my family. That's the number one thing, right? And I want to share my story with y'all, bro, because I oftentimes a lot of people have stories and a lot of people have stuff that God wanted to do and they take it to the grave with them. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people say the most wealthy thing in this world is the graveyard. Because a lot of people take their gift to the grave with them. You know what I'm saying? And some people do it off fear. Some people do it off procrastination. Some people do it because they're scared. And it's a lot of different things, but I'm on my third book right now, y'all. And my next book, I got to write about my cousin, right? And the reason why I'm saying this because it shaped my life. You get what I'm saying? And especially growing up with a big family of 9. You know, one of my brother passed away. I wrote a book about that, Pain Temporary. But my cousin, I was a year older than him, but he taught me a lot of stuff that I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And he actually taught me how to play basketball. You know, the first one showed me how to play basketball. He never played for no team, and I ended up going on playing high school ball and potentially ABA ball. But my cousin Zay was a special dude. And he was a left-hand dude. He was special. But not only that he was special, he was there for me. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give y'all this story. So my mama and his mama and sisters, you know what I'm saying? And I was 23, he was 22. He died at the age of 20, 21, 22. So me and him running the streets together, right? And I ended up going to Alabama, you know, trying to get my life together. I was moving too fast, man was moving too fast. So I went to Alabama. He was in 12th grade. And I went down there for 2, 3 months, came back because I ain't like it was slow, so I came back. But my cousin, right, he was very smart. Like he synced stuff ahead of time. He synced stuff. Everything he seen that called out, it happened, bro. But he said, Mark, you in 12th grade. I'm finna be in 12th grade. I'm gonna go on and finish school. So we were going to Crim High School. So they asked him like, they said we need some extra paperwork from you. So you're gonna have to go down there to the where you get your ID in and everything. So I took him down there to get his ID, and they ended up giving me mine. But when he got ready to go, he told them his ID number with his social, and they told him that his social went in the system. And I was like, what you mean social ain't in the system? Me and him go to the same school. So she was like, hey baby, give me your social again. He gave her the social again. And she paused for me and she said, hey sir, you don't have a social for your name. So when she told my cousin Zay that he didn't have a social for his name, he looked at me, he pulled me to the side and said, Mark, I ain't got nothing to live for no more. I don't even know why I'm on this earth. I ain't even got a social. He said, how am I gonna get my own social security card and everything, my birth certificate, if I ain't got a social? We looked it up again. Social didn't work. You know what I'm saying? And my cousin walked out of that place dropping the till. Because he said, man, I ain't got nothing to live for now. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward. So we was all, you know, me, him, and a couple other dudes running the street together. You know, we had a spot, we was selling stuff, you know, doing a lot of stuff we ain't supposed to be doing anyway. And one day, me and him got ready to go to the club. And he said in the car with me, he said, Mark, we living too fast. One of us gonna die here. And I looked at him, I said, what you mean one of us gonna die here? He said, one of us gotta go. Both of us ain't gonna make it out here in the streets, bro. And, you know, I started praying right then and there. But fast forward, 3 weeks later, the lady I ended up filling out a job application at Kmart Warehouse in Atlanta, Georgia. And the lady called me. She said, how you doing? Is this D. Mark Williams? I said, yeah, this D. Mark Williams. Who this? She said, I'm the manager at Kmart Warehouse, and I'm calling you to see that you want a job. I said, yeah, I want a job. I need a job. I need it. I said, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for letting anybody reach out to me. So the lady gave me the job, right? So I was working Monday through Thursday. Minus this, though. Me and my cousin used to be together every day, all day. Every day, all day, me and we used to be together. So I ended up getting a job. Boom. Making some money. When I get out of work, I go and see him. And we, be chilling and talking. So I go to work one day, and the way they job is, they take everybody's phone before you go to the back. You got to put it inside the bucket, so you don't get your phone till your break or till you get ready to leave. So break came. I was thinking about my cousin. He was on my mind heavy. And when I got ready to leave, they gave my phone back. A lot of people were blowing me up. And a lot of people were blowing me up. And this the thing, right? When I know a lot of people called me at one time, first thing on your mind, like, dang, what don't happen? So another dude called me. He said, hey, bro. I said, what's going on? He said, your cousin done got shot. I said, what you mean my cousin done got shot? He said, man, your cousin got shot in the back. So I look at the phone, I paused for a minute. I instantly started praying. I said, God, I hope this ain't true. God, I hope this ain't true. So I'm calling their phone, blowing them up, can't get in touch with them. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. My heart dropped at that moment. And when my cousin got shot, I had a nerve breakdown, bro. And be honest with you, the police, like, when they locked them up, they found a lot of different stuff, so they had them go to the bed. So the dude that had got down there first, my little college party, he had got down there. And I said, put Zay on the phone. I've been trying to get in touch with him. I've been working all day. This is the day after. I said, I've been working all day. I'm finna come down there and see you. So my little people like, man, they got a haircut to the bed. And I said, hey, I talked to my cousin one last time. I said, bro, I love you, bro. I love you so much, bro. I was crying on the phone. I said, I love you so much, bro. He was like, man, I got shot. I might have a bag on, Cole. He said, I gotta get out of here. I said, don't worry about getting out of there. I said, I got your mama, your brother, them, bro. Don't worry about getting out of there, bro. Just heal. Boom. Last time talking to him. So, I think like 2 days after that, I got ready to go up there. So when I got ready to go up there, I seen some of my people coming down. And they said, man, they won't even let nobody up there no more, bro. He said, man, they won't even let nobody up there. He said, the big police officer up there, they won't let nobody up there. They won't let nobody see them. So I spazzed some people at the front desk. I knocked the paper down. I said, what you mean I can't go out there and see my cousin? What you mean? He said, no, you can't go out there, bro. So I turned around and my heart just dropped, bro. My heart really dropped. You know what I'm saying? And my sister had already went and seen them. She said, I said, how my cousin doing? My sister, my oldest sister, she sat there, she paused for a minute. And when she paused, I already knew what happened, bro. She said her heart stopped beating. I said, I just talked to him not too long ago. She said their heart stopped beating. So when she told me that their heart stopped beating, I walked off. I put my hoodie on. I walked off. I sit on the porch. I sit on the porch like 3 hours. I said, God, please save my cousin. I said, God, please save my cousin. Please save my cousin. So the next day I had to go to work. The next day I went to work. I spent hours in the bathroom on the floor praying, bro. I spent hours praying on the floor. And I said, God, please don't take my cousin from me. You know, me and him been together for a long time. Like, this is all I know. Don't take my cousin from me. And when I got ready to get off, like, you know, they had to take my phone and stuff. But when I got ready to get off, I got a call saying your cousin passed away. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I lost it, bro. And my mama called me. When my mama called me, she said, I can't believe your cousin died. She said, I can't believe your cousin died, man. She said, man, I feel my heart beating. I might have a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? And after my cousin died, y'all, the dude robbed him and shot him in the back, and he passed away. But after he passed away, I goes to the spot, and then when I go to the spot, I see the same bullet that shot him, and I picked the bullet up. I'm looking at it, I said, man, this the same bullet that was in a gun that shot my cousin. So when I picked the bullet up, I looked at it, and my heart just dropped. But this the thing, right? I would have been in the same place where he was at when he got shot if that lady would have never called me and said, do you want a job? And when she called me and said, do I want a job? It automatic put me in another place. It pulled me from a place because me and him, we were running the street heavy, bro. We were running the street heavy. So by that lady calling me, giving me that job, it caused me not to be in the situation because I might would have got shot too. You know what I'm saying? I might would have got shot too. But my cousin passed away, and it just did something to me. I wasn't never the same no more. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't never the same. And like 3-4 years, I didn't even know how to live without him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to live without him. 3-4 years, I was just lost. And my older sister, she told me, she said, hey, I know you lost your cousin. You know, I know you lost your cousin like your brother, but you look like you finna give up. And I told my sister, I said, hey, I don't even think I can keep living. You know what I'm saying? I said, I don't even think I can keep living. I really, my body knows I really don't want to do that no more. And be honest with you, after my cousin died, it changed me as a person. It changed me as a person because I had a nerve breakdown. You get what I'm saying? And when you have a nerve breakdown, it become mental health if you don't get no help with it. You get what I'm saying? If you don't get no help, it becomes mental health. And the day I went to my cousin's funeral, when I looked at him, his face was deteriorated and everything, you know what I'm saying? And I just couldn't believe it because I was just in a car with him. You know what I'm saying? I was just in a car with him 3 weeks ago, and he told me, like, man, one of us ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? When he told us one of us ain't gonna make it, I didn't believe it. He died three weeks later. You know what I'm saying? And it tore me up. It tore me up. You know what I'm saying? Like bad, like real bad. It tore me up bad, bro. And I thank God, like, and when that happened, I was 23. I'm 39 now, and like it wouldn't be for that. I still don't even know who that lady was that called me, but she was an angel. She was an angel. You know what I'm saying? Because that job was saving my life, and my cousin kept telling me more. Just go to work. Just go to work. He said, we living too fast. Just go to work. And I'm like, why are you trying to get me to work? I need to be making some fast money. He was like, just go to work. But he saved my life, and I don't know. I don't know if he knew he was gonna die, but I know he told us one of us gonna die, bro. He said one of us gonna die. It's gonna be between me and you. And some people, it's angels around there, dog. And we don't know because we look over stuff, And some people be speaking, and God don't bring us here for a little time, dog. We don't be here forever. So you got good people around. You gotta love on them. You gotta embrace them because one day you here, one day you gone. It's the realest thing ever. You get what I'm saying? It's the realest thing ever. One day you here, and the next day you gone, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It's been 16, 17 years now. And I still have dreams about him. I still think about it every day. Every day, ever since he died, I still think about it and dream about him. And I just thank God for just keeping me here right now. You know what I'm saying? I thank God. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, like, I never found, hey man, I'm sorry about your loss too, man. I lost a little brother too. He got hit by a car. I wrote a book about it, Pain Temporary. But I never got help with it. But I attached myself to God, bro, because I had to get strength somewhere. You get what I'm saying? And some people tell you that you can't be grieving or don't say this and say that. But be honest with you, everybody grieve different, and everybody needs some time, bro. Everybody needs time, dog. I'm sorry about your loss, bro. Everybody needs time. So God, blessed me with a daughter, blessed me with a wife. So what I do now, bro, I go read books, and I write down everything that's on my mind, and I just give it all to God, though, bro. But you gotta, try to grab strength for somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard, bro. Because it can be a time you sit in the car just riding, and that thought might come in your head, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I still drop tears to this day, bro. You never get over them losses, bro. You never, bro. You never get over them losses, bro. Hey, how you dealt with everything? How you dealt with everything? I appreciate it for coming on my live, brother. I appreciate it, bro. How you deal with stuff on a daily basis? Because this the thing, right? I had to go back to the Bible verse, you know what I'm saying? And be honest with you, ain't that never gonna be easy, bro. And losing people, it ain't easy, bro. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? But when God still got you here on the earth with good health and strength, you got a purpose for your life, bro. You got a purpose, bro. And I know at the time, we might don't want to hear them things right now, but it's a purpose, dog. Because get what? We could be trading position with them. You know what I'm saying? We could be trading. And I'm going to be honest with you, like when I had my nerve breakdown, I think, like even right now, I still go and get some help if I need. You get what I'm saying? I still go speak with a therapist, because there's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with that, especially when you don't know how to get over stuff and you need something extra. Why not do it? Why not do it? Might well, why not? But I wouldn't mind getting on therapist, bro. I wouldn't mind getting on therapist. Because I might know how to quote with everything, but it still come up. It still come up, bro. Like, I ain't lying to you, it still come up, you feel me? And I'm just like, I'm dealing with it a little better, but it still come up. So I wouldn't mind getting on therapist. There's nothing wrong with getting therapist, bro. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. But, me and my cousin, we were like this here, you know what I'm saying? And be honest with you, when he told me that one of us gonna die, maybe I could have tried to do something. Maybe I could have, pull him from it. I don't know, bro. It just happened. It happened so quick, bro. It happened quick. And I just never thought that you'll be sitting with a person and they'll be dead in this week. I just never thought that, bro. And I'm telling you, it hit hard, dog. It hit hard, bro. And then I came up my brand, Pain Temporary. I came up that brand because get what? We all hurt on the earth, bro. Everybody hurt on the earth. It's not one person on the earth and tell you that they not hurting, bro. Everybody hurt. Everybody. And you know, like, we gotta just try to find ways to get better, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you probably gotta share your story just to get it out. Because we hold it in. When we hold it in, that's where the mental health begin, bro. When you hold stuff in. You know what I'm saying? When you hold stuff in, that's when stuff begin, bro. Hey, hey, yes, bro, yes, bro. I get what, bro? I speak healing over your life, brother. You know what I'm saying? I speak growth, I speak healing over your life. Because get what? Some people grieve and they be like, man, I don't bleed on God and then like that. Then now they be able to find out how to do it on their own. You don't feel me? But get what? You attached on to God, bro. That's gonna give you that strength to get by. That's gonna give you that strength to grow, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta touch ourselves or something, bro. We got to, bro. And I thank God, like me and you able to connect on that level because everybody can't connect on that level. Think about you talking to somebody that never really lost nobody close to them. They won't understand how you feel and you know what you're going through mentally. You don't feel me? I understand what you're going through mentally because I done been in it, bro. I done been in it. You don't feel me? I done been in it. So man, you know, like every day I get up, I had a thought about my cousin the other day. I was dropping a few tears. You know what I'm saying? Because he kept coming up. He kept coming up in my dream. He just kept coming up. I'm like, dang, I made a mistake and called somebody his name and everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like, man, grief can last forever, boy. I'm telling you, it can last forever. And you know, like, God came to me in my dream and said, boy, you gotta share your story a little more. You gotta share it a little more because if you hold it in, how you gonna free somebody else? So I'm like, okay, let me start sharing my story a little bit. Let me go ahead and try to get it out. So I can be able to try to help somebody. It ain't got to help everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? As long as you help a few people, that's all that matters, bro. But you got to share your story, bro. You got to share your story, bro. Because it's a lot of people dealing with grief and they hurt inside. You know what I'm saying? You hurt inside. You ever heard that Kevin Gates song? That he said, I'm dying inside. Like, it's real, bro. It's real, bro. So we got to, man. Every day we get up, we gotta make the best of, you know, the days that we here, bro. And if we doing it, we gotta keep our people name alive, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's up to us to keep our people name alive. You know feel me? It's up to us, dog. Because get what? I always knew that stuff can hurt, but I never knew how bad it can hurt until it came my way. You get what I'm saying? I didn't know what mental health was. I didn't know what grieving was until it came my way, dog. Until it came my way. You feel me? And you know, long days of crying, long days want to do stuff to people, can't trust people. It's just crazy, bro. Hey, how your brother died? My bad, bro. How your brother died, bro? How your brother died? What happened to your brother? What happened to your brother, dog? See, I want people like you to be able to come on my live and tell y'all a story, you don't feel me? Because get what? You might open up and you might free somebody, dog. That's what it's all about. How can you free the next person? How can you free the next person? It's a lot of people that die with hurt and pain and stuff. They die with it, bro. And you know me, I'm just trying to free whoever I can free on me. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. We gotta free somebody, bro. Because it's all in God's will and God's purpose. It's all God's will and God's purpose. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Because we think our people gonna be here forever. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think he was gonna die, bro. I never thought he'd die. I never thought he'd die, bro. You know what I'm saying? Me and him done been in fights together. Me and him had to fight 50 people together. You know, me and him just rolled to the wheel fall off, bro. So I never thought he was gonna die, bro. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I just, sometimes I do overthink, sometimes I do blame myself, bro. I do. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You know, man, I did sometimes feel like I could have did something, you feel me? But man, I just try to love on all my people, bro. That's all I try to do. I try to love on all my people. That's what I gotta do. You know what feel me? Hold on. I didn't even know I was grieving so long because I tried to keep. Yep. I appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much for coming on and telling your story, bro. Yeah, that is crazy, bro. I thank you for coming on, bro. Continue to tap in with me, my brother. You have a blessed day, man. I pray peace, love, and blessing over your life, my brother. Yes, sir. Peace, love, and blessing, my brother. Thank you, bro. Wow, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So I know I ain't the only one that felt whatever. I ain't the only one who felt that. I ain't the only one who felt that pain. So I appreciate my dog for coming in, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Real one, silent. I need more people to open up. I need more people to open up. I need more people to open up to their story, bro. I appreciate him for coming in, bro. I gotta get out this book. I gotta write this book. I have to put out this book about my cousin, bro, because his energy was different, dog. When he came in the room, he turned. He loud, turned. You know, and you can't forget him, bro. But I want to get out this story, man. Pain is temporary, but it's also necessary. I love y'all beautiful people. Be down.